a very warm welcome at the investor presentation of Toyota Furniture. We are here now as consultants, as investment consultants of our CEO, who's a really down-to-earth guy in Nebraska, Omaha. And this guy founded Toyota Furniture in 2004 with the vision in the mind that he's going to provide Midwest people, high-income people with the best furniture. But now he fulfilled the dream. Toyota Furniture is all over the Midwest, and now he wants to exit from this company, and therefore he wants to find a buyer, preferably a strategic buyer for that. And that's why we are here to propose a deal for you. We're gonna look at the deal with the agenda in mind. At first, I'm gonna describe the key points of the deal, and then Alida will introduce the company, and then Balsha will go for the market analysis, and then I'm going to give you some finances, some numbers, and then we wrap up with the valuation and deal considerations. So let's jump into the topic. So we really believe that Toyota Furniture is a strong investment candidate because it has above average performance in terms of finances. It is an all equity firm, so you don't have to share any sort of profit with the debt holders, and you can invest right now and exit in 3 to 5 years. And it has also key considerations, the growth opportunities both online and both in the US or Europe, and we really believe that it's up for some more room for leverage in this company. And now I give you
Okay, so let me introduce the company first. Toyota is a high-end furniture company that offers its customers high-quality furniture. So it currently operates 29 stores in the Midwest in three states, in Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri. And during its 8 years of operation in 2005, it reached $148.2 million in sales with an EBITDA of $37.3 million. And the shareholders, as Tamás already mentioned, the company doesn't have any debt, and the shareholders consist of 187 private individuals. So let's see how the company operates. It doesn't have manufacturing, it has suppliers though. So it has managed to have favorable contracts with these suppliers, and the operations. They have a showroom concept where the customers can try and see these furniture, and they can purchase it there. But after that, they can give them the furniture later from our warehouse. And it's still an asset-light concept because they are just leasing these stores, and they don't have to put money in the assets, so they don't own these stores. And the customers, they have a lower customer base with a high purchasing power because they're focusing on upper-income individuals with these high-quality products. And so let's see the numbers. So the company had, as you see, it went through a rapid growth in the last 5 years, and although this growth seems to be slowing down, and as you can see, it's managed to grow even during the recession in 2008. So this growth is due to that the company has an aggressive growth strategy. They're opening stores every year, and as you can see, they open new stores even in 2008 and 9 and every year. And this is why they had profits even in the years of during the recession. And this chart it shows that the sales of the stores that they open in per year. I mean that, as you can see, is the trend that if they open a store, it has to take some time to establish, and then it has a fixed sales. Yeah, and then
So, currently, we're on 3% market, and compared to the market, it's right now, during the recession, you can see there was a negative 10% growth, and currently it's stable around 2%. Meanwhile, Taylor has been rapidly growing and slowly catching up to its competitors. Just a simple marketing analysis. Looking at the competition, it's a very attractive market, but the problem is all the competitors are there, and the price, there's a big price competition. However, the unique selling point is that quality, the customer service. I'll talk about that in a few seconds. The threat of entry, well, according to IKEA, it's a saturated market. And you need a high capital investment. In addition, more skilled laborers are required. We have acquired some specialist sales associates who provide the necessary benefits to the firm and adjusting the atmosphere, which is quite attractive for the customers. Also, I've noticed during the recession, quite a few companies have bankrupt. However, they're managed to succeed. Even actually had an increase in profit during the recession. Again, another crucial is the bargaining power of the suppliers. We have a really good, strong relationship with the suppliers, and that can help us in a lot of different scenarios. Because we have such a good relationship, they can recommend us to other suppliers. And it's crucial because our competitors, it's about finding the right suppliers, because it's about having the right product, attractive product for the consumers. For the buyers, again, there's a lot of substitutes out there. And a lot of people tend to go for the cheaper option. And what's their unique selling point is the fast delivery time and the idea of the attractiveness of the shop, professionality, not forcing buy, take your time, we're here for you, we're always open. And then finally, the threat of substitutes, again as mentioned, a lot of choice of substitutes, and therefore Terra must focus on the services it provides in the shops and the quality of the furniture which we'll get from its suppliers.
Let's take a look at the financial part. We will check the basic information, then profitability, liquidity as well, and competitiveness. As you've seen, operating expenses are declining. That's equal to growing operating income, and it's very important that this company exceeded more than 20 million EBIT in the last few years. Sales are growing faster than cost of goods sold, and therefore gross margin and gross profit are growing as well, and profit margin at the break-even point, and this company is not burning the money, so it has real profit. If you want to make a decision about investments, you want to know the liquidity, and this company has a good liquidity indicator, so it's really worth to invest this company. And we have to know the competitiveness as well. Sorry, it's in the bad sequence. Okay, let's see the competitiveness. And Toya is in a very strict budget, and therefore cost of goods sold is the lowest among our competitors, and so therefore Toya is good, Toya apply a good budget and is able to reach the highest gross profit. And if you take a look at some inventory and admin information, you can see that Toyan has a high ratio in accounts receivable, so it will improve the liquidity of Toyan.
So now that you learned about how the company works and how profitable is it, now it's time to put a price tag on it. We use DCF analysis and multiples to cross-check the result. And our assumptions were that if we know that this is an all-equity firm, so we didn't have to adjust for any debt holders. And the company's WACC, which is actually equivalent to return on assets, is 12.1%. And its long-term growth rate is 3.5%. That will gradually, growth will gradually slow down by the year end of 2018, which we chose as the terminal year. And as you see, our results show that in the base scenario, the enterprise value of the company is $323 million. And this whole enterprise value obviously is the equity value. We also ran sensitivity analysis with different growth rates, with growth rate ranging from 3 to 4%, and different capital cost, and it would give us a range of 216 to 336 million dollars. But we mostly calculated this 323 million, and so that's our deal proposal for you. This is actually at industry average in terms of EV over EBITDA multiples, and a little slightly higher than the average in terms of EV over EBIT. Here you can see the cross-checking of the DCF results. We can, in general, say that Toyer has higher multiples, but this is because the extraordinary financial performance. And if you look at Billy and Sonoma, for example, it has a higher asset to cash flow assets ratio, and so in general, we use the valuation, the multiples to cross-check our results, and we concluded that this higher performance actually comes with higher valuation. And last but not least, we would like you to consider some opportunities. We think that an IPO might be on the road for you as new owners, as it's the most common exit method, and the company has grown enough to reach constant profitability and a mature business. And you can also sell it to a strategic buyer, which big players, I think IKEA and other big furniture stores like Home Depot could enter niche markets and penetrate the Midwest. And we regard highly unlikely that you're going to sell it to a financial buyer, as this industry is not that sexy for the usual KKR or TPG. And in terms of the money that you can make, you can double the money in the next 5 years. And if we assume the same exit multiple as the entry multiple, then you're going to make some $570 million when you sell this company. And thank you very much for your attention. And now we open up for Q&A.
Thank you very much. Please.
So, am I correct, did I remember correctly that you said in the beginning that the current owners and managers of the firm are not looking for external financing, but are looking to exit from the company? Yes. Right? So isn't there a management issue now because you're financial investors, and who will run the company?
Oh, no, it's not a management issue. This is more of the owners, the founders, who is now actually retiring, and now he's also looking for a new challenge in charity. But we don't have any problems between owners and managers. So
Yeah, but who is going to be the new CEO? Does he have the right experience?
Well, the current CEO can stay,
Okay.
as it's not the chairman, it's not the owner.
Okay.
But also, I mean, as we would like our company to produce high returns and to stay in good shape. So we assume that financial investors as well will choose the right candidate who has enough industry experience.
If we go to the previous slide for a second, you mentioned, I think last bullet point 2 times, money multiplier in the next 5 years. Now when you showed us the multiples that you used, it looked like you already sort of accounted it in your valuation that it has better financial performance, inventory, blah, blah. So I don't really see where this double multiplier could come on top of that. So it looks like it's already valued pretty high.
Okay. This is, I think, the growth. That's the key for this question to answer. As this is a market that's maturing, but still we lower. Right now we are at 12%. We're growing, and at 2008, according to 2018, according to forecast, we're going to be 3.5% growth rate, which is still higher than the 2% rate that for example, this report that we examined, it says that the furniture industry will grow at 2%, yet we are expected to grow at 3.5%.
Okay, so let me ask an additional question. Could you please go back to the industry analysis you provided with the 5 forces?
This one?
Yes.
Or
The 5 forces. I just saw it there. Okay.
I forgot.
So I remember you quickly concluded that this is an attractive industry, which just struck me as I saw the detailed analysis you provided. It tells me the opposite. Could you just go to the next slide, please? Yes. Okay, so which element of these 5 aspects look very attractive in your view?
Well, that's a good question. I would say right now the company is the strongest individual suppliers because it has a strong.
Talk about the company or we talk about the industry?
Well, first I'll just explain the company and then I'll look at the industry. Right now it's at the bargaining power of the supply. That's the big force for the company. For the industry, I would say.
Let me add one thing, is that I think because we are in the industry, we are competing very well, and that's why we don't really face entry barriers, for example, that are really high, it's capital intensive.
But also stressing of competition, as I mentioned before, but they've noticed that companies are starting to fall out of business because they are unable to keep their customers there, and we have a unique selling point. We're able to say we're different, and customers like that. So people are actually more likely to go into the high end because of the services we provide. I hope that answers your question.
My question would be that you have mentioned that the industry itself will grow by 2%, and you had based on the rest of the 3.5% growth rate. And we know that just doing nothing differently won't lead to an above industry percentage of growth. What to do differently? What is your plan for the future to be able to grow higher than the industry itself, which means, I assume, that you will gain share from others on the market?
Well, we will penetrate new markets. So from the Midwest, there are, of course, a limited amount of high-income, highly sophisticated buyers, but this is not the case all over the U.S. and it's so they're not served these customers. So I think they are, or we believe they are customers that actually can be acquired, and so that we can penetrate other markets. And this is one. And it's just, it might be an extreme option, but emerging markets, we can actually turn to China and India, and also Brazil and South America, where these individuals who are our consumers, customers, they are available in higher and higher numbers.
Last question. let me ask you about one of the fears I have, because some other advisors told me that the online retailing is getting bigger and bigger in this industry as well. But what they told me is that low-end retailers can go on the internet because people will buy low-end furniture there. These retailers can lower their costs; they can get to more customers. But this is not the case with luxury retailers, right? So do you think this company will be able to go online and sell luxury furniture online?
Well, online could be an option. We haven't really researched this topic because you're absolutely right in the sense that, of course, if you pay this much for a piece of furniture, you don't really want to order it online. And then but I think as everyone in this segment, they get used to more and more of the usage of tablets, how they connect their homes with their iPhones, with their Macs, and then I think they can actually accommodate with the idea of getting furniture online. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes, and if I'm right, Team A is going to be the last presentation today. Okay. Dear members of the investment committee, good afternoon to all of you.